Hi, April Cox here, Self-Publishing Made Simple, where we walk you through every step in the self-publishing process and after. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about NFTs. What are they? It's all the buzz, especially around new children's book authors. We have beautiful illustrated content. Could some of it be reused as an NFT? What would we do? How do we do it? So many questions. Today, I have a special guest speaker, Melanie Johnson, who's going to talk a little bit about that topic and some bonus information for you at the end of the video, so stay tuned.
We're launching something really unique we're doing, and most of you probably don't know what an NFT is, but it's a non-fungible token, and it's kind of the new, it's tied with cryptocurrency, but already it's what kids do in video games, but now we're tying it to a book. And we're creating a lot of incentive for them to be part of her community. So think about different things that you can give away or specials that you can do if they follow you on social media or if they share the book with a bunch of people. Hey, I'll do a special reading for your school if you agree to share it to X amount, if everyone shares it on their social media, different things that you might think out of the box that you can do. So we're figuring it out as we go. And so and this has been evolving over the last 4 weeks of how the strategy is going to work and what we're going to do with it. So NFTs are really like digital art. Okay. But what people don't understand that comes with it is what's a smart contract that comes on the back end of it that lives on the blockchain. So the smart contract, you can put utility in there. So for her, excuse me, her name is Laurel Langmeyer, and hers is Millionaire Maker. She teaches people how to become millionaires by setting up LLCs, having your trust right, having the right tax structure, entities, all that kind of stuff, and wealth building. So she has a lot of intellectual property. She has different courses that she has. She decided she was going to do an event that she was going to add in just for this group. And she has her large big ticket item that she sells, which is called the Big Table. She's adding that in there. So, and she's putting it, so each group, each tier has different things. So the first tier has digital courses. The second tier has the digital courses plus a ticket to her conference. The third tier has the digital courses plus a ticket to the conference plus something else. And then the fourth tier, which is the biggest tier. So the fourth tier, she has about $60,000, $70,000 worth of value in there, and we're selling it for 10. They get the NFT, which is the graphic image, plus all this IP, intellectual property, and they get a day with her that they're getting, so that it's got this huge value. So, and you have to buy a certain amount of books to get the NFT and get all the value that's underneath it. So this is kind of a good challenge for me, is how would I do an NFT as a children's book? The goal for her is we're going to hit Wall Street Journal USA Today bestseller, and we need to sell 10,000 books. And it's in pre-sale right now. So we have 2 months to sell 10,000 books. So that's how do we come up with that strategy? And it'd be the same for you. Okay, the goal is to sell as many books as possible along with the NFT. So what's the strategy to do that? But it's really coming up with what can you put with the smart contract that's above and beyond books. So you get the NFT, which is the art, which would be some kind of illustration that's not in the book, variation of that. And then what could you offer your clients? So let's say for with her, the top tier, they're going to buy 180 books. She's only going to have 50 of those NFTs at that top level. But if she sells 50, that's 9,000 books right there. So she's like, okay, who do I know that would buy 180 books that want these things underneath there? So it's coming up with things that you say, well, I know my audience would love this. And I'm going to stretch you really beyond. I'm getting way out here, April. I'm sorry. Just bring me back if you need to. No, so then we go on even to, you've got the metaverse, which is like 3-dimensional. And my son came up with this idea. Could you imagine with Harry Potter, if you had each character was an NFT variation of the character, and then it took you into their world? Part of the utility was you're going to have like this video that creates you into virtual reality that you're walking through the book's world. Right. It's coded into the smart contract, and then it automatically goes to them, and it can't be changed because it's on the blockchain and it's digital. So these are, some of the things and I will say the virtual part is not quite there yet. That metaverse is not quite there. The NFTs there, the smart contracts there, but it's coming up with unique things as a children's book author, a fiction book author, that you can put in that smart contract that the kids reading your book will be like, oh, mom, I got to do that. Or maybe it's just even a special website that only they get to go in and play in and do a game or something that's exclusive to the NFT holder. Now what's even cooler, like we're finding with Laurel, is she'll have 1,500 token holders, and she can make an announcement at any time. Hey, only my token holders are going to get XYZ. It's special. So think of it like, a country club membership or something. Only the members to the country club get to go to the special dinner or to the special concert or whatever it is. They're not expensive to create. I mean, you can make a digital, no more than you're creating a digital image for your book, right? You have that digital image. The cost comes into minting them. So you can load them up. So you put them on OpenSea, which is a place that OpenSea, and it's SEA. That's the eBay for NFTs. You put them there, and that's where people can buy them. So there's a thing called gas fees, and that's what it costs to mint them. But right now, gas fees can be pretty high, but there's coming up with some alternative ways to do it. Within the next 30 days, I think some of that's going to change. And they just came out where before you had to buy it with cryptocurrency. The only way you could buy an NFT was with cryptocurrency, with Ethereum. Now they just came out, you can buy it with your credit card. So, I mean, it's kind of like, think about when the internet first came out and it was clunky. And if you wanted to try and have a shopping cart on it, it was really clunky and you couldn't really do it. And now it's like lickety split, right? And no one's afraid to put their credit card in there, and they just do it. So we're in the kind of clunky phase of this next phase. They're calling it Web 3.0. But it's very the forefront of what's going to happen. Did a 2-hour deal on it yesterday. But it's coming. So it's going to be, I would say, go on the internet, look up what's an NFT, videos, do some things, because I just want to tell you that whole section of what's going on is the next phase for the internet, and just even the concepts of it and how it's working. And because real estate agreements are going to be done this way. Insurance contracts are going to be done this way. Everything's going to start to be done this way, where you would have said before, I would never buy anything on the internet. I wouldn't put my credit card on the internet. Something could happen, right? Your parents probably said that. You might have said that. And now everyone just clicks on Amazon, 2 clicks, and they bought something. So that's how it's going to be with the NFTs too. I would say a more carbon friendly way to do it would be to do it with a credit card, which also uses electricity, by the way. Every time you click something, it's going to have a carbon footprint. And a non-fungible token is a unique digital asset. So your kids, grandkids have been playing with these for years. So they'll play a video game and they may say, Grandma or Mom or Dad, I need a $100 gift card from Fortnite so I can buy this weapon or this skin. A skin is like an outfit that they wear in the game. That's a non-fungible token because it's digital. The only thing is it's only used in the game. So they have all these digital things that they have that they buy and they play in the game with. It's all, and they're constantly spending money on that, and they're making a fortune doing that. So now it's kind of the same thing, except for it's for artists, and it's actually being minted and being processed on the blockchain with a unique number and with a unique contract for an NFT. You just put it up, and when it's sold, then it gets minted. So you are creating the number for it. You're creating all those things. You're coding it. So someone has to go in and code it, right, on a computer. And then it's uploaded into OpenSea. And then when someone buys it, then it gets minted. And that's when the processing fee happens, and it turns into when it gets purchased, as far as my knowledge goes.
Well, thank you so much. We've covered a lot of different ground, and I think there's lots of of new terminology and the NFTs and things like that. You have an upcoming summit, and I'm glad to say that I'll be a speaker at that summit. And we have a special guest speaker that's going to be talking more about NFTs, don't we?
Yes, we have Mark Cuban from Shark Tank, owner of the Mavericks basketball team. He is one of the guests that we're interviewing on there. We have Mike Koenigs, who does a lot of things for Tony Robbins, for Grant Cardone, all these big people. He has been the back end for them. My son, Nathan, who launched an NFT that sold out in 5 minutes for $3.2 million, is going to be there speaking about that. I highly recommend, if you enjoyed this conversation, you should definitely go to the summit. It's free. It's a 3-day thing and 27 speakers. And take a lot of notes. If you want, you can get the recordings. I think are $97.
So yeah, this is it's a great opportunity to get a lot of amazing speakers all around publishing, marketing, this new technology that is up and coming. And when you think of all the digital assets that we have, illustrators, authors, we've got beautiful artwork and other things that I feel like there's an opportunity to repurpose with these NFTs. So that's something that we should all be thinking about, looking at for the future and understanding more about. So this summit will allow us to do that. Feel free to follow up with Melanie. And Melanie, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and being here with us. We appreciate it. Tell me, what are you doing about NFTs? Is it part of your marketing plan in 2022? I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. So go on, click on that link and register so that you can get all the free information. You'll have so much to learn. I hope you'll join me. If you've enjoyed this content, click the like button and consider subscribing. Click on the bell too if you want to be notified when I have new self-publishing videos.